Today we're going to do a really quick video about Aiptasia and how to deal with them with peppermint shrimp, filefish, and a new shrimp we're breeding here that we're going to be selling that's probably one of the best predators for Aiptasia you could get because they don't tear up the rest of your tank. They're not like the nudibranch. They won't get eaten up by other fish and only live a certain amount of time. They can eat other things other than Aiptasia, but they aggressively seek Aiptasia. But that's that little glass anemone. Nobody likes them. They grow all over the place. They take over your tank. And generally, the go-to for them is a filefish. Let me bring up this video of the filefish. And let me see here if I could get a little bit further ahead and show you where he comes in. The filefish really do a good job. The problem is that once they eat up the Aiptasia, if you don't feed them, they'll start chewing on your zoas and your cloves and other softies. Now this guy will eat flake food, he'll eat anything. I've had him for about 8 months. In fact, I have him for sale right now because I don't have any more Aiptasia. And I have another predator that's doing a better job than he did, and I don't have to worry about it tearing up my other corals. So one other thing that people use, and we're going to go to this video, is of course the peppermint shrimp. And if you look at this, and this is just one of many different members of the peppermint shrimp family, this is the most common you see at fish stores. He's down here on the bottom of the screen, and you see him in with those feather dusters on that rock. He's about to crawl out of there as that fish food hits the water column. Now, as you notice, he's not shy. See him swimming out? He's got a black tail. He's really dark in color, so he's mature, and he's at that size where they will eat and go after Aiptasia. And if you notice, they're not shy. So if you get a good healthy one, it's not going to always stay crevice back underneath the rocks and in little cracks. They'll come right out and they'll eat with the fish, just like all shrimp do. And you'll notice this guy, when they get to be about 1.5 inches, 2 inches long, that's when they start getting really dark. They get that dark black tail you see on him. And that's when you can tell you've got a peppermint shrimp that's ready to start attacking Aiptasia. If they're smaller and they're translucent, generally you got to feed them quite a bit before they get big enough to start eating on the Aiptasia. So that guy does good. He swims around the water column. He's mature. He has no problem. He's not shy at all. And they do a good job. However, there is a shrimp that's a little more aggressive toward Aiptasia than these standard peppermint shrimp. It's also a peppermint shrimp. And we're going to be breeding them here and selling them at our website, FishyFins.com. And let me go ahead and get rid of this video, and I'll show you that really quick. We'll go back to our slideshow. Kukhenthal. Yeah, the Kukhenthal. It's also a peppermint shrimp. They also call them red-banded shrimp. It is not a camel shrimp, but it is in the peppermint shrimp family. They're very hard to come by. They're generally seasonally sold and don't really care for warm water, so you catch them in cooler waters. In Florida, California, places like that, usually way out in the Atlantic off the east coast of Florida or way off the west coast of California in the Pacific in colder water. Specifically, they get shipped in from Indonesia and around China and the China Sea, so that's mainly where they really grow. However, they do an excellent job of controlling Aiptasia, and when the Aiptasia are gone, they'll go ahead and they'll eat other food. They'll eat fish food, flake food, they'll eat pellets, they'll eat anything that you throw in there. However, they will aggressively always go after Aiptasia when they find them in the tank. So they're great to add, they're great to have, they live a long time, they could breed in your tank, and once you have them in there, not only are they pretty to look at, but they'll take care of Aiptasia, so if you bring more corals in or trade them with somebody else and they have a problem and you didn't know about it, these guys take care of the Aiptasia before you even notice they're in the tank. So they're a great addition. We're going to be selling them at FishyFins.com, and I have some videos of them breeding right now that we're going to be sharing in our next video. So hope you enjoyed it. You shouldn't have to buy all kinds of chemicals and needles to inject Aiptasia. You shouldn't have to super glue them into rocks and dirty up your tank. Put putty on them. I've heard every trick in the book. Kalkwasser, slurry. It's all nice and it all works for about 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden you got Aiptasia all over your tank again. You get a good aggressive predator, and it will definitely take care of those Aiptasia for you. You won't have to worry about it anymore. So tune in, check out our next video. Appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you in your reef tanks.